Welcome to my class, student. It's class 8 English grammar. We are doing chapter 4, that is nouns and pronouns, and this is session 3. In this I am going to teach you pronouns and its types, type 1 and 2. Let's see what's there in the slide. Pronouns, as you know, pronouns are the words that we use to replace noun. Every time whenever there are proper nouns, we can replace with the pronouns whenever there is a gender. So here we can divide pronouns into numerous categories, including indefinite pronoun. Now, indefinite pronouns, these are used for non-specific things. For example, all, some, any, several, anyone, nobody, each, both, few, either, none, one, and no one are most common. These are non-specific, right? For example, somebody must have seen the driver leave. Non-specific. We don't know who that somebody is. We don't know even the gender. We don't know even the name. But this is somebody. So this is pronoun. So we call it indefinite pronoun. So all these words, all, some, this comes under indefinite pronouns. Next, personal pronoun. These may take on various forms depending on number, singular or plural. For the most part, on case, gender or formality. See, number, singular or plural, gender, male or female. Personal pronouns may refer to objects, animals or people. So you will have to understand personal pronoun. First were the non-specific and these are the personal pronouns, specific one. Personal pronouns provide us with the following information. The persons who is speaking, you can say he is speaking, she is speaking. So they are speaking. So you can say, you can understand whether the person is singular or whether the person is female or male or whether the number persons are more than one. So we can say who is speaking. So you can understand the person with personal pronoun. The number is the pronoun plural or singular. For plural we will write we, they, right? And for singular he, she, or name, proper name. So we can understand whether the person is singular or plural or the pronoun. The gender, that's why I have told you, is the pronoun feminine, masculine or neuter. Neuter for animals and neuter for inanimate things. It, we use it for neuter. It. Now, he is third person because he is the person being spoken about. Third person, as you know, he, she, it. Now, singular and masculine. So here, he, the pronoun is singular and masculine, and this is the third person. Now, we is the first person because we are speaking as a group, and this is the plural and this is neuter. We. Now, here you are seeing there is a list of singular and plural, here the person and here the subjects and objects. See, when it is singular, first person, subject I and object me. Second person you, here also you, object you. Third person he, she, it, here him, her, it. Then with the plural, first person we, then the object will be us. Second person if you, then object will be you only. And third person they, the object will be them. Now, I want you to read this book. I is a first person and this is subject and you is object. I want you to read this book. Now here you is a subject. You are the fastest runner on the team and we are depending on you. Here you as an object and we as a subject. Now they talk to me, they as a subject and me as an object. They talk to me. See, I subject, then me is the object. You please don't get confused with subject and object. The list is given in the earlier slide. You will have to understand which pronouns we use as an object and which pronouns we use as a subject. And it's very important to learn. With practice, you will learn it. Acting the play. We enjoyed hearing her sing. Her is object, she is subject. In the list it's written. Now, singular and plural pronouns. There are several pronouns which seem to be plural but act as singular, taking singular verbs such as anybody, anything, any, each, either, everyone, everybody, nobody, not one, etc. Not one of the bananas was, not were. Not one of the bananas was, not were ripe. So, you will have to understand the pronouns and according to that, verb will be used. Subject plus verb agreement. There is a different rules for everything. If you will have to understand, the thing is, the sentence starting with subject is anybody, anything, any, each, either, everyone, everybody, nobody, not one. The verb will be is singular. In present is, in past was. Depending on the function, we divide the compound personals in the two types, right? Reflexive pronouns, that is herself. She blamed herself for the mishap. Say reflexive, self you will get here, self. She blamed herself for the mishap. Next, intensive pronouns. Yourself, self, here also you will get self and with the plural it will be VES. F will be turned into VES when it is plural. You yourself wrote those words and themselves. This request came from the employees themselves. Themselves is plural. And yourself singular, you, your. Right? You yourself. Now, intensive or emphatic pronoun. The pronoun refers back to another noun or pronoun in the sentence to emphasize it. Intensive or emphatic pronoun. The pronoun refers back to another noun or pronoun in the sentence to emphasize it. Yourself. You yourself wrote those words. Nobody else has written. You yourself have written that. Nobody has pressurized you. So whenever we emphasize something, so we use this emphatic pronoun. Themselves. This request came from the employees themselves. They themselves have made this request. John bakes all the bread by himself without anybody's help. So you are seeing here self, and when there is a plural you are getting VES. You will have to replace F with VES. Now reflexive pronoun. Those preceded by the adverb, adjective, pronoun or noun to which they refer and ending in self or self. The dog bit itself. Right? So here this is preceded by the noun, adverb, adjective, pronoun or noun. So here we are seeing reflexive pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns. These pronouns are used to demonstrate or indicate. This, that, these and those are all example. This is the one I left in the car. This is the one I left in the car. So demonstrative pronouns. See, you are getting all the types of pronouns and you will have to understand while reading any story or any article which type of pronoun is that. Now here you are seeing personal with us reflexive pronoun. First person I is always with myself. Singular you with yourself. Third person he with himself. she with herself, and it with itself. First person we with ourselves, you with yourselves, and they with themselves. Just as you have seen in the reflexive pronoun, and this is a chart, you will have to learn if there is a myself, that is not a subject. That is the reflexive pronoun. I have done it. I myself have done this. Understood? So, these all comes under reflexive pronoun. Next is possessive pronoun. Possessive pronouns are used to show possession or ownership, as they are used as adjectives. They are also known as possessive adjectives. For example, my, your, his, her, its, our, and their are all possessive pronouns. Example, have you seen her book? So, her is possessive pronoun. His is possessive pronoun. Its, our, all these are possessive pronoun because we use it. Our book, your house, her room, possession, ownership. Interrogative pronoun. These pronouns are used in questions. Who, which, what, where, and how are all interrogative pronouns. Example, who told you to do that? Right? Instead of saying any proper noun, we are using the pronoun who. Who told you to do that? Interrogative pronoun. Now, possessive pronoun, first person, mine. I, first person I to mine, second person you to yours, third person he, she, and it. So this is his, her, its. First person we, ours, second person you, yours, and third person they, theirs. This is third person they. So theirs. And this is second person you. So here you are saying list of possessive pronouns and the persons. I with mine, you with yours, he, she, it with his, hers, its, we with your, ours, you with yours, and they with theirs. Now, relative pronoun. A relative pronoun is used to link one phrase or clause to another phrase or clause. It is called relative pronoun because it relates to the word that it modifies and is not specific. There are 5 relative pronouns. Who, whom, whose, that, and which. See, you have seen them in interrogative also. Who, whom. There is a sign of interrogation there. They comes at the beginning of the sentence. But here they come in the middle of the sentence. When two clauses are getting related, getting mingled, or you are adding two clauses or two different sentences or two phrases, then you are using these words and there is no sign of interrogation at the end of the sentence. So they are called relative pronoun. The compounds whoever, whomever, whichever are also relative pronouns. Example, you may invite whoever you like to the party. The persons who phoned me last night is my teacher. See, there is no sign of interrogation because who as a relative pronoun, we have joined two phrases. The one phrase, the person, and who phoned me last night is my teacher. So there is no question mark. There is a full stop at the end of this. Now interrogative pronouns, those which introduce the question. Intensive pronouns, those ending in self or selves and that serve to emphasize their antecedents. Then reciprocal pronoun, as I have explained all this interrogative, and so I am just moving. Reciprocal pronoun. These are used for actions or feelings that are reciprocated. The two most common reciprocal pronouns are each other and one another. Example, they like one another. Instead of saying nouns, proper nouns again and again, you can use this reciprocal pronouns. So, what have we learned? We have learned different types of pronouns. We have learned their uses. We have learned what they why they are so important in English grammar. So whenever you go through any story or any article in English, please find these pronouns and see their uses. Only then you will be perfect in your English lesson. Go through the slide again and again. Learn, revise, and in the next class I am going to teach you something more interesting than this. Till then, have a good revision. Goodbye. Thank you.